alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Dup 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 you'll be alright, 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 alright. Okay, okay, okay. I'll be okay. Alright, 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 alright.
One, two, three, come on!
Okay.
Mayo.
Morning, everyone.
Wala
Good.
Inaabangan ko yung ano natin, yung OBB natin eh. Biglang, tayo na.
Baka incorporate mo na yun, Beth. Baka pwedeng last 15 seconds, direktang yun na.
Ay, nako. Well, good morning, ladies
Ay,
and
kabit
gentlemen.
na. Good morning.
Good morning, mga kapatid. Kamusta kayong lahat? TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Ha? Bati muna kayo, mga kapatid.
Ayan, good morning everyone. And today is Friday. Last day of the week, so weekend na. Ayan.
Mhm. Last day of the work week. Oh, kasi ang huling day talaga ng linggo ay Sabado. Okay. Just want to greet Pastor Neil Hermo. Happy birthday.
Aba.
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Pastor Neil.
Birthday.
Oh,
Happy
tulog
birthday,
pa yun,
Pastor Neil.
pero baka sakaling makarating sa kanya. No? Happy birthday.
Oo.
Okay, ako din. Ganun na rin. Makiki-happy birthday muna ako kay Neil. Happy birthday, bro. And, mga kapitid, merong dito sa akin, meron lang akong gustong i-share sa inyo. Meron kahapong nagpadala ng something dito sa bahay namin na hindi lang para sa akin. Para sa inyo din. Okay?
Oh, wow.
So, ipapadala ko sa inyo to. Okay? Ito, unboxing. Okay?
Unboxing.
Yup. Oh.
Wow!
Okay? Pag nilagyan mo ng hot water to, meron lalabas surprise.
Wow.
Oo. So,
Natin.
ano pa lang to, soft launch pa lang to. Maganda sa Monday, papadala ko sa inyo to. Sabay-sabay natin gamitin.
Ayan.
Oh, wow.
Ayan,
Sige. Wow. Naku, salamat naman.
Kung
sino man na
po,
nagpadala sa'yo niyan, naku, maraming salamat.
kung sino man na nagpadala, good morning Ate Weng. Good morning sa'yo Ate Weng.
Si Weng bang nagpadala niya?
Hindi, wala akong sinasabi Wala akong sinasabi Ayan 5 yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 yan. Oo.
Wow! Galing naman. Naku, thank you. Kung sino man nagpadala niyan,
Sino ba?
Pero good morning.
Thank you,
Ate
thank you.
Weng.
Oo, kung sino man na nagpadala nito. Good morning, Ate Weng.
Para makuha.
Mapadala. Oo, kagabi ko lang kasi nakuha.
Mm-mm.
So, kung nakuha ko yun ng earlier, papadala ko sana kagabi. Kaya lang late night ko na siya nakuha. Nakita kagabi.
Oh.
Oo.
Mm.
So, thank you kung sino ka
wow.
man. Abangan natin yung launch
Oo.
niya.
Ganon, ha? Ano pa? Ilo-launch pa lang, kaya hindi pa pwedeng sabihin kung sino. Ganon ba yun?
Oo.
Wow!
I-test natin kung anong itsura kapag meron ng hot water. Hot water sa ating mainit na kape. Ayan.
Very good, very good. Okay.
Ayun.
O, tsaka mga kapatid, isang breaking news. Ano lang to, ha? In a few hours, magkakaroon na ng either bagong presidente ang US or isa pang term si President Trump. Yan natin malalaman. Oo. So, inaabangan ng mundo yan dahil alam naman natin, when you talk about geopolitics, a lot is involved in that, di ba? Ganun yun eh. Dikit-dikit yan eh. What happens to one country, most especially if you're a first world or a superpowers, they call it. Dito sa Asia, ang superpower kasi is Singapore, di ba? Singapore, Japan, yan. Sa America, it's, of course, it's the US, di ba? Ayan. So, inaabangan yan. Sino kaya mananalo? So far, though, in the lead is Joe Biden. Vice President Biden is leading. So, race to 270 yan. Race to 270. And VP, Vice President Biden, is at 253 last I watched. And then, President Trump is at 214, I think. Parang ganun yata yung race nila. So, one more state to go. I think one more state. And Vice President Biden needs 6 points na lang. Yun yung narinig ko kanina umaga. 6 points na lang to win. The electoral vote. So, pag nakuha ng 270, then they have a Democratic president. If not, if by some chance Trump wins, then they still have a Republican president. Yan ang isang inaabangan balita ng marami. No, especially the business community, yung mga BPO, yung mga ganyan. Kasi, syempre, marami sa kanila, Amerika yung kliyente nila. So, inaabang nila. Yon, that's one news that we have for today. Yeah. Kayo, anong balita sa inyo?
Good morning din kay Sharon.
Oo nga, si Sharon. So, direct, wala ka ba napansin kay Keith?
Actually, yun yung gusto kong batiin eh. Yun para sa akin ang update eh. Yun ang latest news, ano? Oo. Ang headline niyan, isang royalty, tinabas.
Nagtabas ng bigote. Ang linis tignan, no?
Mukhang king and I bigla eh, no?
1 week
King
na
and I.
Last Friday.
Last Friday ba yan? Ba't di namin pansin?
Lakas mga king and I eh.
Oo, grabe. At saka, yung sobrang lakas ng ilaw niya sa nagbabounce eh. Ayun.
Mag-sombrero nga ako.
Sa background.
Nagbabounce eh. Oo. Okay. Oy, good morning din kay Dana Faith. Dana ba Dana? Sorry.
Dana daw. Dana daw po, Kapitan.
The last time, no? The last time yan.
Yeah.
Good morning po mga sir. Nanonood po ulit kami ng mga pamangkin ko. Si Sofia and Sam. Hi Sofia. Hi Sam. Kumusta? Nakakatawa, no? Pagka, hindi nyo ba napapansin yan? Pag bumabati ka ng pag may nabasa kang bati, kunwari, watching with pamangkin or watching with my kids, biglang tumataas yung boses mo, no? Pag binabati mo sila. Di ba? Hi! Nagiging hi, how are you? I hope you have a good morning.
Yun pala yun.
Kaya alam mo kung sino kausap eh. Di ba? Kaya alam mo kung sino kausap eh. Pagka nasa telepono. Mga, si Tristan yan. Nung isang araw, nasa keg yan eh. Nag-order siya. Order siya ng aming, ano ba, pork sisig ba ang in-order mo o chicken? Pork sisig. Sabi niya, pork sisig. Tapos may in-order pa siyang isa na yung humba na out of stock. So, tawag siya. Kasi si Madam Marge yung si Attorney Marge yung nag-order eh. So, tawag siya ng gano'n. So, hindi nagpipick up. Baka tulog o what. Dahil sa ulit. Tawag siya ulit. Hindi na sumagot na. Hello, love. Hello, love.
Nag-iba tono bigla, ano?
Nag-iba tono eh. Noong una, parang baka tulog o baka whatever. Mamaya, sumagot na. Hello, love. Yeah. Tapos pag goodbye, okay, love you. Yeah!
Yeah!
Ay, nako. Grabe. Ayan. Meron pa tayong mga nanonood kasama sa 6 million viewers natin. Si Riz. Riz Razon. Good morning, sirs. Okay. Good morning din sa'yo, Riz. I hope that you're having a very good morning. Heading into the weekend. Weekend na naman. Ang bilis ng araw. Ilang araw na lang, King. Paki-search. Ilang araw na lang bago mag-Christmas. Dana. 49 days to Christmas. True po, sir. Nakakakilig po. Hehehe. Pati po, pamangkin ko masaya. So, buti naman, nakapagpasaya kami ng iyong mga pamangkin. So, ilang days na lang, King?
49 days until Christmas.
Wow.
Grabe.
49 days. That's so fast. That's
isa yan sa mga
49
pinaka madaling na memorize ko sa multiplication table, yung 49 kasi 7 times 7 yun eh, diba? So, ibig sabihin 7 weeks na lang. Pasko na.
Correct.
Amazing.
That's right. Oo nga, no? Wow. Nakapag-shopping na ba kayo, mga kapatid?
Wala.
Wala. parang malungkot ang Divisoria ngayon. Parang malungkot ang Quiapo ngayon. Wala masyadong umiikot at bumibili ng mga giveaways. Kahit mga kumpanya, they're not anymore. They're not even celebrating. They're not doing Christmas parties. Sorry, they are not doing Christmas parties. Pero ang ginagawa nila, Thanksgiving party. Yan yung ginagawa nila. Even through the pandemic, we still are thankful na, we have reason to celebrate. Yung mga ganun yung mga theme nila. Which is nice, It's a nice way to communicate being grateful or being thankful. It's part of everything that's happened. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yan.
Yun!
Meron akong, Ayan.
Andiyan na si Miss Boots. Good morning.
Parang tahimik ka kanina. Direct, parang inaabangan mo talaga si Miss Boots.
Oo, halata mo ba yung excitement ko nung pumasok si Miss Boots?
Bilang,
boom!
Ayan.
Tumaas ang boses. Nagbago boses.
Parang wala kang gana nung kami lang kausap mo eh. Nung dumating si Boots, bilang, yan na, yay! At least may sense na yung mga pag-uusapan namin ngayon.
Ay, hindi naman. Grabe naman yun. Oh, very, very light lang. Oh.
Nasabi ni Boots, sige,
sorry. Kapitan RD, pasensya na-excite
Hmm.
lang ko, pero you were about to say something before I
Wala.
was rudely interrupted by my excitement. I'm sorry.
Ayun.
Wala na, nakalimutan ko na.
O, yun lang.
Talaga nakalimutan ko na. Yun lang. Pagka medyo pag edad na to, pagka isang pasok lang ng gano'n, na nagpapalit yung channel eh. Napapalitan yung channel eh. Okay, but I'll remember it later. If it still relates to the topic that we're talking about, I'll probably talk about it. But otherwise, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Ano sabi ni Boots? Ano, direct?
Okay, sabi ni Miss Boots,
Hmm.
magandang umaga po sa lahat. What's in store sa weekend ninyo? Do you do the same things or do you think of a new thing to do every weekend? Yeah.
Okay, ikaw na sumagot.
Ako? Well, tomorrow, every other week kasi meron kaming Superbook workshop, online workshop. So that's something that I look forward to every other Saturday. So tomorrow we have Brian with us and he'll be talking about why it's important to conduct children's online events during the pandemic. So yun yung topic namin tomorrow. And registration is still ongoing. For those of you who are interested, dalaw lang kayo sa Batang Superbook Facebook page. And then, Saturdays are mostly spent just, relaxing the rest of the day. Yeah. So, I think since the pandemic, wala naman ako masyadong parang something new that you look forward or something new that you want, that you do. For me, I just look forward to weekends kasi ano namin yan eh. Quality time talaga namin ni Miss M yung weekends eh. So, there. So, and for me, every time it's with M, it's always something new.
Yeah.
Yun na yun. So,
Yeah.
thank you for that
Yeah,
wonderful
okay.
question. O, ikaw naman, Tristan.
Napag-isip nga ako doon ng malalim sa tanong ni Miss Boots eh. Siguro normally yung weekend ko kasi spent speaking, communicating to our missionaries. So that's Saturday and then Sunday also. But actually starting this weekend, medyo ibahin ko ng konti kasi would like to have more family time pag Sunday. Normally kasi in the past weeks, Sunday is also a work day. So lahat ng mga missionary meetings ko, ginagawa ko ng Saturday, Sunday. Pero I'll try to lump it all on a Saturday so I can have more time spent with Elijah and with Marge. Kasi pag Monday it's an errand day for me. So nawawala yung time na mas mahabang conversation. We'll just sit down, watch, talk about something, process something, yung mga ganon. So nakalimutan ko na mas importante yung ganon. Nung before pandemic, we used to have that na kapag katapos ng service, we'll have a conversation. Pero itong pandemic medyo na-displace kaya I'm trying to put it back. Yan, this weekend. So yun.
Wow, very
Yeah.
good. Okay. Positive ba?
So,
Tristan, positive ba?
positive and
Reviews.
Hindi pa alam.
negative. Positively negative.
Negative. Okay. Okay.
Internal kasi yung
Okay,
usapan
okay.
natin dalawa ni Coach.
Ako, nagkaroon ako ng every Saturday. Usually, I go out and bike. Minsan solo, minsan may mga kasama. Minsan morning, minsan hapon. Hindi regular yung time. But usually yun, Saturday, it's a bike day. Either solo or with other. Siguro mga 2 or 3 kami. Just biking around Makati or maabot kami ng MOA, BGC.
Nice.
And yun yung kakaiba. Pero other than that, in between that work, work pa rin ng Saturday. So,
Yeah.
yan, yun yung Saturday. Pag Sunday naman, ayun, actually work din yun buong araw. But I try to squeeze in also bike ng either morning or gabi after. So, pag yun naman, pag gabi, ano na lang, indoor bike. Yun. So, yun lang.
Stationary biking ka.
Yes, oo. Bumili ako ng attachment para dun sa bike ko na magiging stationary bike siya. Ikakabit mo lang.
Mm.
Nagiging
Nice.
indoor.
Okay. Galing. Keep healthy and keep fit. Very good. So, tomorrow we're launching a new podcast at the Keg, together with a friend of mine, the food bear of Manila, si Mitch Galutera. So we're going to be talking about food, drinks, and life, because that's the new branding of Keg. It's now more a place where you can come together, build. So sinabi nga ni Lee J the other time, build new memories at the Keg. So we're gonna be reviewing some of our food, kasi food bear of Manila nga si Mitch. But it's gonna be viewed, it's gonna be podcasted live from the Keg tomorrow. And every Saturday na yun, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's every Saturday at 5:30 p.m.
Anong oras?
So 5:30 p.m.
5:30.
And then, yeah. So, Saturdays is basically work. Friday, Saturday, work. Although we're open Sundays, we try to keep that as like a Sabbath for us. But, minsan, di mo magpipigilan. You have to go. Kasi ang dami ng kailangan asikasuhin sa tindahan. Nung nandun nga si Tristan, di ba? Tris, may mga umiikot na mga tagig police just to patrol the area, to make sure that everybody's compliant with the IATF standards for restaurants. Yeah. So, di mo maiwasan. You have to go as the leader of the company. Kailangan nandun ka to man the ship. Di ba? So, although you trust your team, pero importante yung any concern that they have, kailangan madali lang masasabi sa'yo. Diba? On that note, I want to share something, a quote that was that I read, and I'd like you guys to comment on this. It was posted by Vertical Parallel Asia, which is a company owned by Luis and Jenny Magalong. And they are one of my partners in terms of training, coaching, consulting. And they posted this. Excuse me. It's by Aubrey Arms or Armes. I don't know how you pronounce that. Arms or Armes. Armes. So I guess it's Armes. Employee communication is often the thin thread that holds everyone and everything together. Ulit, ha? Employee communication is often the thin thread, not just the thread, but the thin thread that holds everyone and everything together. Since we're in the business of communication, lahat tayo, all of us here, we're in the business of communication. Di ba, si Direk, lalo na si Direk, di ba, Superbook, and that's a medium or a media, di ba, that you use to communicate the gospel to kids. At the very end, si King, being head of the kids ministry, is also into communication. Tristan, being the part of one of the leaders in missions, the missions department, communication din yan. Diba? And of course, all of us here, including Lee J being the pastor of Victory Makati, is into communication. Tapos lahat pa tayo dito, this is our medium to communicate good vibes, to communicate happy, not just happy thoughts, but yung thoughts that can stimulate the thinking of many others and, learning also. So what are your thoughts on that? Effective communication. Let me read it together. employee communication, employee and not effective. Employee communication is often the thin thread that holds everyone and everything together. Ano sa what is your take on that? Maybe we'd start with King. Yeah.
Buena mano.
Bueno, mano ka.
Oo.
Parang
Actually,
coaching group na rin.
nakakatawa kasi yesterday, parang may inansweran ako na SWOT analysis
Mm.
sa organization namin. And sinulat ko doon na doon sa weakness is something that you can do something about pero it's there, di ba?
Yeah.
Sabi ko is communication. Kasi before, lalo na yung crunch time communication. Kasi before, we're all in the same area. So pag meron kang gustong i-communicate na crunch time, pupuntahan mo lang, di ba?
Yeah.
Napakadali na puntahan and then sabihin mo na, uy, pahiram ako ng ganito. Uy, we need this. Or, uy, we need you. Now or later or ganito. So kumbaga parang napakadali ng communication. Rarely will you see someone na wala doon sa office at hindi mo makakausap in the next like 5-15 minutes. Ganyan. Kasi lahat nandun. Most of the time. So ngayon, of course, we still have events online and yung dahil sa technology natin, dahil sa internet natin, meron tayong mga issues, ganyan, di ba? And one of our weaknesses or threats, yung internet connection natin, wala naman tayong magagawa, di ba? It is what it is. So, kumbaga parang yung biglang nawalan ng kuryente si ganito, nawalan siya ng internet, kailangan may pumalit, kailangan may sumalo. Ang hirap hanapan ng kapalit agad-agad. And most of the time, para magawa na, ikaw na lang gagawa kasi instead na, alam mo yun, yung flow ng communication na aantayin mo pa mag-reply kasi hindi instant. Then minsan kasi dahil nga sa internet, hindi mo rin matawagan agad or like kunyari, here sa bahay, walang walang signal ang Globe or Smart na to call. So if you want to get in touch with me, talaga like FB call, Viber call, ganyan. Talagang hirap talaga makakuha. Kahit yung mga OTP, ang hirap pumasok yung mga text. Ang hirap pumasok. So, and I'm sure hindi lang ako yung ganun na nangyayari ngayon. And especially in this pandemic, napakahalaga yung good communication na within the organization. So, yun lang yung, for me, my experience. What suffers pag poor yung communication and the importance of it.
Galing, ano? Ikaw, sino? Ikaw, Tristan. Si Tristan, pinagmumuni-muni ang panya to kagabi. Yung pinadala ko sa inyo. Si Tristan muna. Sige, go, Tristan. Ikaw.
Nung nabasa ko kagabi yung sinend mo, Coach, parang ayoko munang isipin.
Mute. Nakamute ka, brother. Yeah.
Teka,
Uy,
nakamute ako.
ano ko yung boses
Si
ko?
Iko muna.
Nawala yung ano ko. Ayan, bumalik na ba ako?
Yes.
So,
Yes, you're back.
Thank you. So yung sa quote, Coach, medyo nag-struggle ako ng konti. Kasi parang iniisip ko baka it's just one of the thin lines or maybe it's not. So parang ganun yung nasa isip ko. Kasi parang though I agree that communication is very, very important. But I think siguro sa isip ko lang, no, perspective ko, baka dapat vision yung nasa isip ko that holds everyone together and unify them in the same communication. But nonetheless, definitely, communication is very important kasi kung simpleng bagay, they don't agree or they don't parang they don't come into terms. So, wala, madi-divide yung team, walang matatapos. So, at saka yung moral nung team bababa. So, yun yung sa tingin ko doon sa coach. Sa quote.
Mm. Tama, tama. Method and motive and methodology. You may have the right motive, but if the methodology by which you communicate is wrong, the message becomes, di ba? The message does not come across as right. So, nasa proseso din yan. Ikaw, direct. Ito magaling magsalita, mag-communicate to eh.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for that very wonderful question, Kapitan RD. Right. For me, I think it very important ang communication. I think it is the most important thing to begin with. Because if we look at it scripturally, di ba sabi sa Bible, in the beginning was the Word. So, sa umpisa pa lang, Word na yung inintroduce sa atin. And when it comes to practical application, I think every company, personally, or even relationally, we want to have a direction. Di ba? You want it to go somewhere. And the only way that you can make that happen is to direct. And when you direct, it involves some form of communication. Diba? Whether it's verbal or non-verbal or whether it's just gestures, it is a form of communication. So, para sa akin, to get to where you want to go, you need to start with communication. Even with exploring vision, even with exploring instructions or fleshing out, natulad din sinasabi ni Tristan kanina, yung dapat malinaw muna sa iyo kung saan mo gustong pumunta, malinaw muna yung direction and vision mo. But the way to open a conversation about vision and direction is through communication. So, para sa akin po, importante talaga yung, it is the most important thing, communication. Kasi in the beginning was the Word. Yun.
Yeah. And then, di ba, yeah, go ahead.
And I thank you. Happy Friday. Yeah.
Iko Gonzalez from the city of Makati.
Actually, more Las Piñas po. More Las Piñas.
Las Piñas.
Originally, Las Piñas City. Yeah.
Tubong Las Piñas nga pala. Tama.
Yes,
Tubong Cubao. Tubong Cubao. Ikaw, King, tubong saan ka? Before I answer, tubong saan ka?
Mandaluyong.
Mandaluyong. Loob. Tama?
Loob ng Mandaluyong.
Loob.
Paglabas, na yun? San Juan, Pasig, Manila.
Loob na loob.
Ikaw, Tristan. Ano ka? Tubong?
Dalawa kasi, Cebu at saka Pasay. Yan. Nung bata ako. Dalawa.
So tumira ka sa Cebu dati?
Nung bata ako.
Okay. Until how old? How many years were you there in Cebu?
I think 5 years old, and then we moved to Pasay.
Okay. Until you were 5. So from birth till 5 years old?
Yes.
Oh, matagal-tagal din yun. So marunong ka magbisaya? Marunong ka magbisaya? Okay. Okay. Tamo, may ano ka pa, direct, meron ka pang kabayan. Ha? Agree with direct Iko, Las Piñas represent.
Las Piñas for the win.
For the win.
Kainan sa malapit sa Las Piñas.
Las Piñas for the
Coach,
win.
Coach, bago mo sagutin, nalaman ko lang kahapon, meron daw sikat na burger place sa Las Piñas na nagba-viral ngayon. Kahapon ko lang nalaman. So, I think yun yung next kung gusto nating puntahan.
Sige.
Sige, pero sige, Coach, ikaw muna. Usapang muna tayo. Seryosohan muna.
Seryosohan muna. Pero sandali, maganda yung Maganda yung background mo. Direk. Ano, no?
Black.
5:30
Black.
ako.
Kaya tayo bukas.
Sa keg kayo bukas kung gusto niyo. Yeah,
Black,
come over.
black lang direct. Black curtains lang.
Oo.
Kita nga
Ganda.
yung ano ito. Kita nga yung, sorry, nakikita yung plug dito. Hindi ko napansin.
Akala ko art yan.
Akala ko rin eh. Akala ko
Installation
decor.
art, ganun. Installation art. Pwede.
Pwede ko maglagay ng
Akala ko.
Christmas light sa likod. Oh.
Oh. Pag evening na yung episodes natin yan, para mukhang starry night, ganyan.
Yeah. Maganda siya. Oh. Employee communication. It's true. I mean, tama si Direk. When you take a look at creation, everything was created by the spoken word. Di ba? When God created everything, He spoke, then things came into being. He spoke, then things came into being. He spoke, then things came. Di ba? Ganun yan eh. Di ba? So, even biblically, or the way God ordained everything, was really through the spoken word or communication. That is why, in even the way He deals with us, the way He reveals things to us is by communication, whether through His written word, the Bible, or maybe in prayer, when you commune and connect with God, then He speaks softly into your heart. So it's important really for us, not just employee communication, but for everything, personally, relationally, professionally. Importante yung ma-master natin yung skill of communication because it is a skill and everybody can be a great communicator. So it's important also, I think, for the team, when you talk about employee communication, it's important to understand that there is a lot of power in over-communicating. Mas mabuti na yung nag-uusap kayo parate kaysa yung walang, di ba, kaysa yung kulang yung pag-uusap ninyo, kulang yung pagkakwentuhan nila. Because dyan nag-uumpisa yung conflict. I remember I was asked this when I spoke at DOT. And I was talking about employee engagement, how do you engage your employees, how do you give them hope in a time that's seemingly hopeless. And I remember Ria Trillo was asking me this. Sabi niya, how do you now solve conflict in the midst of pandemic and while we're online and we're not face to face? It's very simple. Conflicts always arise. If you think about it, conflicts always arise from miscommunication, MIS communication, or missed communication, MISSED. Right? Miscommunication is di naintindihan. Missed communication is hindi nasabi o hindi pinaalam kung ano nangyari. So people tend to assume now if there's missed communication. If it's miscommunication, it's the same thing. May gray area kasi hindi mo nga naintindihan. And when you analyze the root cause of every conflict, it's always that. It's a communication piece. And so, even kahit mag-asawa, lahat tayo dito, apat tayo dito, may asawa tayo, di ba? Sometimes the most trivial thing can blow up into World War III because hindi naintindihan or hindi nagkakaintindihan. And that's the same at work. When people don't understand what's expected of them, then they tend to do their own thing and say, hindi mo naman sinabi sa akin, hindi mo naman kinumunicate sa akin kung ano yung expectation mo sa akin. So I did this thinking that it was the right thing to do, hindi naman pala. And that's why I'm in the store every day, because every single thing, I always tell them, I want to know what's going on. I just need to know. Even if I just need to know, I need to know all of that because it helps me decide on how to deal with things, whether in the short term or in the long term, how to solve conflict, how to do this, how to do that. For example, we have in the store, inside the store, kasi may alfresco dining tayo, di ba? So inside naman, meron tayong dapat dress code dyan. Dress code is hindi pwede yung athletic shorts and slippers. Okay? So kasi meron naman yung magandang shorts, di ba? Yung walking shorts. And if you're dressed properly, that's fine. I mean, women wear shorts, dress shorts, and then nice shoes, yung nice stuff, that's fine. Pero yung athletic shorts, tapos nakasando ka, tapos nakachinelas, kaya yung galing basketball o galing football, tapos papasok sa hindi yun appropriate. So the dress code is, you dress properly, dress appropriate. May mga regulars kami na napadaan kagabi na okay naman yung shorts nila, but they were in slippers. Yung gano'n. So, sabi nila, nagsabi sila sa staff, sabi nila, pwede pa kami umupo sa loob kasi mainit sa labas eh. Sabi ng staff namin, sabi niya, sir, hindi ko pwede kasi may dress code ho kami, hindi ko pwede nakachinelas. Sabi niya, sige na, kasi regular naman kami. Ngayon lang kasi mainit lang talaga sa labas. Sabi niya, tapos sabi pa nung guest, ako na makipag-usap kay sir kung nandyan si boss. Sabi ng staff, no, hindi ko pwede yun. Kami ho makikipag-usap sa kanya para sa inyo. So, nilapit sa akin. So, I was inside, I was working. So, nilapit sa akin. Sabi niya, sir, yung isang guest natin, nagtatanong ko pwede raw umupo sa loob kasi mainit. Pero nakachinela sila. Sabi ko sa kanya, hindi talaga pwede kasi may dress code kami. Ganun. No, she explained everything to me. Sabi ko, okay, ganito. Since wala pa naman tayo, kasi dapat lalagyan namin ng dress code sa pintuan. Para at least alam ng mga tao. In the absence of that, sabi ko, and the regulars, I will allow just now, just for tonight. But please tell them the next time they have to come properly dressed. Sabi, okay, sir. So, we accommodated the guests, but they were thankful that they were able to sit. But they did sit long also inside. Alam mo yan, yung kahit sila, knowing na may dress code, medyo nahiya na rin sila. Diba, na they didn't overstep naman the permission given to them na nagtagal sila doon ng napakatagal. No, when their other friends came, doon na rin sila umupo sa labas. So, alam mo yun, yung those little things na madali nang naman desisyonan ng mga tao, pero importante yung nag-uusap kayo, di ba? At proper yung pag-communicate ng mga tao sa guest para people feel that they're welcome, they're still welcome, and they're given a chance to do things. So I think employee communication, there's so much power in over-communicating. Kailangan mag-usap naman. Kahit naman sa basketball, di ba? Ano sinasabi ni coach? Diba, tinitingnan nila sa coach, si Phil Jackson or whoever, Eric Spoelstra. Pag nag-break yan, pag nag-time out yan, may huddle yan, di ba? Pero sa loob ng court, pwedeng sumigaw si coach, but ultimately, yung 5 players na yon, sila dapat yung nag-uusap-usap. Para alam nila kung nasaan lahat, di ba? How do they overcome the opponent? How do they win? How do they make the play and all? So, communication is so crucial to bring everyone together and to hold everything together. I-share ko lang, no? There are 2 shifts in communication. The first shift in communication is from broadcast to interactive. Nung panahon ko, hindi ko alam, buhay na kayo noon, di ba? Yung tawag yung broadcast news. Buhay na ba kayo nung panahon ni nung Channel 9 at Channel 13 yung ABS at GMA? Buhay na kayo.
Huwag mo umpisahan yung mga ganyang tanong, coach, dahil makukuyog tayo niyan. Makukuyog tayo, sinasabi ko sa'yo, pag inumpisahan mo ng ganyan.
Ako, wala akong problema kasi. Pero nung panahon ko, yun na lang, nung panahon ko.
Sama na ako, sama mo na ako.
Yung broadcast news ang tawag, yung wala kang choice eh. Yung kung ano yung sinabi ng news, hindi ka pwede magbigay ng feedback kasi tatawag ka pa sa telepono kung wala kang number eh, di ba? But today, if you watch the news, they flash the screen. On the screen or on radio, they tell you the number to call if you want to give feedback. And case in point, yung kay Rafi Tulfo in action, on air, binabasa nila kung ano yung sinasabi ng mga netizen. Diba? So it's no longer one-way communication. It's no longer whatever we broadcast here. Kayo, yung mga 7 million viewers natin at 6 million likes and hearts, nagbibigay kayo ng feedback sa amin. Iba nga sa inyo, nagtatanong na ng tanong para sa mga madlang tao. Eh. Diba? So, it's really more like that feedback. That's the first shift. Because we need to know what people are thinking. In the same way, when you talk to your employees, kailangan ganun, may feedback din, may feedback mechanism. It has to be open door. Hindi pwede ko ano lang sinabi ko, yun na yun. That's gospel truth. No, I want to know what you think. Second shift is from one way to hindi nga two-way, multiple way. From one-way communication, bato, hindi na two-way, multiple way na. Kasi while we're talking here, I mean, may iba sa inyo tumitingin sa telepono kasi may nagte-text, may nagme-message, may nagba-Viber, may nagaganito, may nagaganito. It's multiple way connection.
Right.
So, communication is coming from all aspects. Tingnan ninyo ang call and text wala nang ano. Hindi na yung binibenta ng mga telco natin. They're selling data. Right?
Yeah.
All our plans are all data. Why? Because we communicate more through what? FB, Messenger, Viber, WhatsApp. Diba? Lahat. All these platforms are now being used to communicate. So, multiple way na siya. Diba? And then, may isa pa pala, the third shift in communication is from benefit marketing or benefit selling to storytelling. So, you will always say, oh, this is the benefit if you do this. Hindi interesadong tao doon. Interesadong tao, ano yung kwento doon sa sinasabi mo? Kasi that's why Superbook is very effective. Why? Because it's a story. Yeah, si King when they communicate to the kids the lesson for the day, it's always through a story because it's always the story that sells. Facts tell, but stories sell. Facts tell, but stories sell. Diba? Meron pa pala, may isa pang shift. From communication to connection. Apat na yan, 4 shifts. From communication to connection. Kasi you can communicate all you want. Eh. But the real question is, are you connecting? Just like with kids, diba? You can communicate to your kids, oh, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, da. Pero ang tanong, konektado ka ba? Diba? Is it just more head knowledge or are you connecting? Kasi connection is heart to heart yan. Communication is head to head. Connection is really heart to heart. So with the team at work, don't just communicate, connect. Make sure that you know how they're doing. Make sure that we know first how their day was. Kasi kaya parating ambati, and this might be a good practice. Before you can do any meeting, don't skip the small talk. Kamustahan muna. O, kamusta kayo? How's everything with you? Just be genuinely interested in how their day went, or how their night went, or what they watched, what they were talking about. Be genuinely interested. Kasi pag naka-connect ka, the deeper the connection, the more open the communication. Diba? Pagka may connection ka sa tao, mas open magsabi yung taong yun sa kung ano yung niraramdaman nila, ano yung pinagdadaanan nila, ano yung tulong ang kailangan nila. Diba? So I think that's really important when you talk about communication. Don't just communicate, connect. Yeah. Yun lang sa akin, mga kapatid. I know it's a handful, but I just felt that number 2 strength ko yan, communication. So it's a theme for me, but it's also a skill that we need to develop over time.
Mm.
Tama yung sinabi
And
ni
I think,
Boots. Yeah, go ahead.
oh, I think coach, no, ako kasi 'di ba number 2 ko rin yung communication. And dahil nasa teams natin siya, mas ewan ko kung mas aware or ano na if there's a sense of a good communication sa isang organization o
Yeah.
paano medyo hirap. And kumbaga parang merong mas may burden na parang kaya pang i-improve or
Yeah.
may kulang or mas maganda kung merong mas clear na communication, mas maganda yung flow ng communication. And I like actually yung sinabi mo, coaching about sa basketball and sa sports na kailangan talaga ng communication and yung sa small talk which is dapat hindi rin tinatanggal. Kasi parang in sports, the reason why you have a good team is because of the trust and the communication that was built. Kumbaga parang trust can only be built with good communication, yung mga communication outside of the court, 'di ba? Dahil nagtitiwala sila outside of the court, inside of the court mas madali rin magtiwala. And a lot of those things na nagagawa nila, minsan parang hindi mo nga nakikita pero because of repetition, alam na nila na pag merong tao sa loob or papunta yung isang tao sa loob, kahit hindi na sila nakatingin, usually, pinapasa yung bola.
Yeah.
And nakakagawa sila ng magandang play. It's because of trust, di ba? Na hindi lang in court or on the court na bibuild, but even outside. And I guess it's the same way with organizations. Na yung mga small talk because you trust each other, you know this person, the more that you can trust them with work or on court, 'di ba, sa trabaho, and that flows from good communication. So just wanted to add kasi, number 2 communication.
Yeah, agree. So chances are those people with communication themes or strengths, I don't know if this happens to you, King, but you actually know exactly what you said and when you said it and how you said it verbatim. Kaya when my team comes back to me and says, "Sir, ganito, etc., etc." Sabi ko, "No, that's not what I said. I know exactly what I said. This is what I said." Bam, 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 bam. Okay. So all because it's, we're just gifted with that kind of theme. But it's also a skill that everybody can learn. We're not saying that only those that have the communication theme are the ones who are blessed. No, it's a skill. Everybody can learn it. And everybody can become great communicators. The key lang there is really to connect. Which, validates what Boots is saying. Yung sabi niya, authenticity and clarity in communication are so important that their absence could break relationships.
Galing.
Galing, ano? Authenticity and clarity in communication. Yan, that's authenticity and clarity, Boots. Yan yung sinasabi nating connection. Diba? Kasi, truth to tell, you can communicate. Marami nga dyan fake news. Well, it's being communicated.
Yeah.
Diba? Lies are being communicated. Diba? So when you talk about authenticity and clarity, that's the connection part. That's the heart part of communication. And it's so important that their absence could break you. Absolutely. Kaya sabi ni Abby, ang sabi ni Abby, si Tristan nagno-notes na naman eh. Host ka dito, woo! Nanlalamang ka na naman eh. Host ka, woo. Sige, basahin mo yung sinabi ni Abby.
Makakalimutan ko.
Ay, nako. Okay. O, sabi ni Abby, yan, go.
Dati may memorize ang cell number. Yan, pati landline. But now, wala ka pala number ng friend ko at all kasi puro messenger lang kayo. Yan. I think tama yan. Ang memorize ko lang yung number lang ni Marge eh.
Oh. Well, sometimes nga, even I don't memorize the numbers of my family members because it's all in the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all there. I mean, I have to look. If they ask me, what's the number for ano, I have to look. I have to scroll on my phone and look for the number there. Pero dati, kailangan memorize mo yung, nung 3.25 pa lang yung payphone, kailangan memoryado mo yung, yung rotary. Alam, memoryado mo yung telephone number mo sa bahay, telephone number ni Papa at si Mama sa trabaho. Kasi pag may trouble, yun lang, yung dalawang location na yan ang tatawagan mo. Hindi yung numbers na yung tatawagan mo. Bahay o kaya trabaho ni Papa at ni Mama, di ba? So,
Kaya dati ang ginagawa ko pagdating sa ganyan, nire-request ko yung number na magkapareho kami ng either ng start o magkasunod kami ng ending.
Oo. Yeah, true. Kaya yung globe number ko, ginawa na ng kanta ng mga anak ko. Happy birthday. Yung happy birthday tune, ginawa nilang kanta para to memorize my globe number. Because my globe number is easy to memorize. It's the easiest number to memorize. So, hindi ko na sasabihin. Kasi baka
Alam ko
magtatatawag
lalagay natin sa comment box.
Ngay, hindi, wag. Wag. Para sa inyo lang yon mga kapatid. For privileged, for best friends and family members. Yun. Yeah, tama sa. Si Gilbert, nanonood din. Good morning to you, Gilbert. Good morning. And sabi ni Abby, red phone booth.
Naalala ko gusto ko yung red phone booth na yan, yung tunog pag bumabalik na yung number. Yung pag bumabalik na yung rotary. Yung krrr.
Yung dial.
Yung dial, yung krrr. Yung may sound siya na krrr. Yung may specific sound na tuwan-tuwa ako noon. Kasi dun sa subdivision namin before, merong isang red phone booth sa isang corner. So, hindi ko makakalimutan yun na pag may kailangan kang tawagan, wala kang landline, pupunta ka doon.
Oo.
Sa red na yun.
I remember nga si Ma.
Sa red phone booth, paglabas mo, feeling mo Superman ka.
Oo.
Ayun.
Yan na. Pagka nag-change ka na ng costume. Hindi, okay lang. Si Mami, alam ko, ano pa yan naka-ballpen pa yan. Ayaw niyang hinahawakan yung rotary kasi umiitim yung dulo ng daliri niya.
Alikabok.
Kasi madumi yun Alikabok. So, kailangan naka-ballpen siya. Naka-kilometriko siya. Habang ginagana niya, kilometriko talaga. O kaya Reynolds.
Reynolds, yan. Hindi na alam ng dalawang kapatid natin.
So, wala. Hindi na nila alam yan. Reynolds. In terms of written communication, ano yung favorite brand ng ballpen ninyo? Sige nga. Ano yung favorite brand ng ballpen ninyo? Huli na lang to para magtapos tayo. What is your favorite ballpen brand? Si Weng, ang bilis, grabe.
Bic.
Big ballpen.
Grabe yung big ballpen.
I only use Pilot
Yeah.
Nax! Nax naman, pumapilot, ha?
Yeah, I only use
Totoo
Pilot.
lang.
Gusto ko ang ganda ng branding kasi ng marketing slant ng kilometriko dati, di ba? Parang pag ginamit mo yun, meron pa rin. I think.
Meron pa rin ba? Kilometro.
Ay, hindi ko. Basta milya-milya daw, di ba? Milya-milya yung kilometriko yung sulat. Tapos, naalala ko, Kapitan, lumabas yung version na may eraser.
Ayun yung gusto ko yung eraser na pen. Though hindi siya ganun linaw yung sulat. Pero I like it.
Yeah. Correct. Kilometric, writes thousands and thousands of words. Yan yung kanilang
tag. Thousands and thousands of words. Tama.
Kasi nga kilometriko di ba? Writes thousands and thousands of words.
Yeah.
So ako, kilometriko ako eh. Yung medium point, yung medyo makapal. Ayoko yung fine
Oo.
point. Gusto ko medyo makapal. Ang ayoko lang sa kilometriko, sa totoo lang, pagka tumatagal, nagpupupo siya,
I
nagbablock
was
yung ink.
I was gonna say the T word. I was gonna say the T word, but I'm glad you went the other way.
The keyword.
Communication nga, di ba? Communication. Pupu. Di ba?
Oh,
Para,
yung
oh my gosh, my pen is making pupu again.
Pupu,
I
yeah.
have to buy a new
Tapos,
kilometric.
nagawa nyo ba to? Nagawa nyo to yung pag yung lalagay mo sa sa kandila para daw lumuwag yung ink.
Pag
Oo.
nagsayaw,
Pag stuck na, gagano mo sa kandila, di ba? Tapos,
Oo.
ayan, okay na siya ulit.
Pag wala kang kandila, dila, lalawayan
Di
mo.
na agad.
hindi.
Hihigupin yung ink.
Ay, oo, nagawa ko rin yan.
Di
Gagano.
ba?
Oo.
Ano,
Oo. Kaya alam ko na yung lasa ng tinta ng ballpen eh.
oo. Alam mo, isa sa mga invention na nakakaaliw, pero hindi masyado practical pala, come to think of it, yung pencil na nililipat-lipat mong gano'n.
Ben,
Nawalan ka ng isa nun. Game over eh.
Game over, oo.
Correct.
Clap
Oo.
nun eh.
Masaya lang siya
Anong
kasi
tatak
uso,
nun?
di ba?
Mm.
Yun ang
Anong
hindi ko
tatak nun?
matandaan.
Ako, alam ko tatak nun.
May tatak yun?
Ben siya.
Ayun, alam ni Ate Wing din.
Oo.
Bensa, that's right.
Oo.
Alam mo, may
Oh my God.
ganun.
Oo.
Pen.
Ako
may
nakalimutan
pencil
ko.
yun. Tapos may coloring, ano pa yun? May color yun.
You're right.
Yung parang
Right.
crayons, di ba? Oh,
Yes.
Bensa. Oh.
Yeah, Bensa, that's right.
Ano, gano'n, nawala na, no? Nawala na si... May bensa pa ba, Weng? Sige nga, tingnan. Tanong nga natin si Weng. May bensa pa ba, Weng? Type mo nga kung meron pa.
Hindi ko na
Oo.
nakikita yun si Bensa.
Oo.
Ito hindi
Kasi
niyo
ang
siguro na...
Meron. Bench. Tsaka
Pero-
pen.
Reynolds yata yun, Kapitan. Ano? May nakasulat sa gilid doon. Minemorize namin yun at ginawa namin ang kanta. Ang nakasulat.
Ano yung nakasulat?
Basta ang kanta namin is Orangge, Orangge, Pine, Bile, Karbure. Basta yun yung nakasulat sa gilid. Orangge, Orangge, Pine, Bile, Karbure. Orangge.
Galing.
Oh, kami mga magkakaibigan, sabay-sabay namin, naglalakad kami. Orangge, Orangge, Pine, Bile, Karbure. Yan. Tatandaan ko pa
Korean
yan.
lang.
Galing yun. Ano?
Orangge. Baka yun yung big. Ano? Kasi orange yun eh. Yung
Tama, baka nga big.
big yun. Big. Oo. Pero may crystal din na big. Diba? May crystal din na
Yeah.
gano'n.
Big nga, kapit.
Ako.
Yep.
Punta nga
Big
ako sa national. Bili nga ako ng gano'n. Meron pa raw. May bencha pa. Sabi ni Weng. Sa Lazada. Okay. Makabili nga. Type ko yun eh. Ballpen. Yan. Okay. Ayos, mga kapatid. Nauwi tayo sa ballpen at yung oras. Sana may natutunan po kayong lahat. Bukod sa brand ng ballpen at sa edad namin na nakakatanda pa ng mga red phone booth at saka ng mga Bensa at Reynolds at saka kilometriko. Sana may napulot na kayong aral in terms of communication. And hope you have a good weekend as we come to a close for this episode of Kape Tayo. 9:07 na po. And remember, it's 49. Tama? 49 days?
7 times 7.
Correct. 49 days to Christmas. So, mauna na ako magpaalam. Ako po si Kapitan RD. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all on Monday. And have a very good weekend ahead of you. Okay. Tristan?
Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you for joining us this weekend. We'll see you this Monday. Maganda yung sinabi ni Coach kanina. Hanapin ko lang. The deeper the
Nag-notes
connection,
na nga.
the deeper the communication. So yun,
Yeah.
something na iwan ko sa ating lahat.
Okay, so again, thank you so much for watching Kape Tayo ngayong umagang to. And just remember, communication is one of the keys to success, all right, in any organization or even in relationships. Okay, so communication is key. Okay, so enjoy your weekend. God bless you guys. Keep safe and bye.
Akala ko sasabihin mo, PM is the key.
Ayun. Ayun.
Oo. Ako gusto ko lang pong sabihin, abangan nyo sa Monday ang grand launching nitong nasa loob, ang unboxing namin. Okay, so have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. God bless you all. Orangge?
Oh,
Ano na?
wala akong power.
Wala ba?
Ayan, excited na ako dito.
Isara na